Well, the Crimson Harvest is not just for Marauders and other battleships. It's also for T3 cruisers, and we have the Legion. Yes, the Legion here for you to laser and zap the things into oblivion. So if you want the best Eve guides, you came to the right place. Ladies and gentlemen, Loru here, digital advertiser, content creator, and Eve enjoyer for the better part of 10 years now. We have a guide on Proteus. For Crimson Harvest, we have a guide on Kronos. We have a guide on all of the bio-cybernetic incidents. This is going to be for the Tetrimon base and Crimson Gauntlet. Okay, so those two sites, what you're going to be able to do with this Legion. The fit will be in the description. Let's talk about why the Legion before we do this. So when you go out, it's about where you can find content. T3 cruisers can go into wormholes, dangerous areas of space with covert ops cloaks, and can zip around and do the content and then leave unseen. Unlike Marauders, Kronos, battleships, etc., you can't do that kind of stuff with them. So that's why you want to fly the T3 cruisers in these more dangerous areas of space. It doesn't do the sites as fast as the Marauders, as the battle cruisers, right? As the Sleipnir, stuff like that. But you are able to warp around safely, relatively speaking. Let's talk about the Legion. The first thing you're going to notice is all of the lasers. Yes, this is a giant laser fit. We're going to be using Conflag to get 800 almost DPS, 780. Plenty of damage to do. We were able to kill the Tetrimon battleship quite handily, even with everything else going on for that site. You'll see it at the end of this video. We'll show you a full Tetrimon base run. You'll be able to get the good stuff. So a single probe scanner, you can put combat probes in this too. If you don't want to put combat probes in this, consider teching this down and getting more tank and more damage in the rest of your modules. That is something that I recommend you do. Okay, so in the mids, a cat battery is necessary. And in fact, I'm going to change this fit live. You're going to get a Tech 2 capacitor control circuit. Just kidding, you're not, because it doesn't fit. Amazing. Consider moving, even if you want to remove DPS, you can put a Tech 2 capacitor control circuit on there. Maybe not, because we need this. Okay, so this is going to stop you from dying to all the newts, and there is a lot of newts. Okay, the web, get a faction web. You're going to see in the combat section we feature on the video, we don't have a faction web, and we feel it. We feel it. Okay, so you really, really do want to be able to have a faction web to grab stuff and get it down. If you're finding the mobs are just consistently far from you, put a target painter in there. You might as well. It's better than an afterburner. It'll help you to apply better and call it a day. Tracking computer, because you're going to be swapping in between tracking speed and optimal range script to be able to hit those ships. You'll see us dancing around this in the combat section. You'll see it. Have a good time with it. 2 DPS heatsinks, single Navy energized, and 2 active tanks. Typically, you don't see me do a lot of active tanks, but we know the damage types that these mobs are going to use. It's EM and thermal. So we throw those on there. You can always overheat this to push your EHP a little bit higher, and a single active heal. We came pretty close to half health a lot on these sites, but if you use your hard shell, yes, you're going to be using a hard shell on your consumables. That is going to give you plenty of heals back. We had a rank 3 hard shell ready to go. Definitely do that when you fly these ships. It's going to help you a ton. Okay, so that's the lows, the mids, and those. Let's talk about this. These are specific. This one is necessary because it gives you newt resistance. You need that. This one is interesting because it lets you fit a covert ops cloak. We're going to talk about it. This subsystem has your energy turret. Makes sense. This one, we don't have an afterburner or a micro warp drive, but it does give us another mid slot and takes out a low slot. So this is good to use because it gives you that third mid slot. If you want to replace the web with an afterburner, you can. No problem. Is what it is. I think the web is going to be stronger for those frigates especially. Let's talk about the covert reconfiguration. If you're solo, this is what you're going to use. It lets you use a covert ops cloak, gives you another high slot. It's great. If you're in a group, if you're multi-boxing, you're going to want to do the nanobot injector instead. It gets rid of the high slot. It gives you another mid slot, and the nanobot injector is going to really help your active heals, armor rep effectiveness, benefits of armor reps. What should you put in the mid and afterburner? Because your wake limiter is going to help with the afterburner as well. Time to reboot, baby. Time to reboot. That's right, Squiz. You are correct about that. Chat, can we get some 07s for the man who owns Z-Kill? Mr. Z-Kill himself is in chat. Squiz, good to see you. You did great on your rebuild of Z-Kill the other day. I know you were having some problems with it. You worked tirelessly. Well done, Squiz. For our benefit, thank you for that. Editor, you can keep this in. Thank you, Squiz, for that. Thanks for that, my friend. Yes, sir. We have to figure out how you, me, and Marquis can get some cigars going. That sounds like a great time. So, you know, put a mid in there. Get an afterburner if you use the nanobot injector. Why am I saying multi-box versus single box? Nanobot, you can't use the covert ops cloak. You'll be able to active heal much better with this. Much better. But you don't have covert ops cloak. That's going to make it easier for you to find, easier for you to kill. So if you're with buddies, you can get away with that by just having this, call it a day. If you're solo, consider just using the covert reconfiguration. Let's talk about ammo. You're going to be sitting in Conflag. Conflag is your big DPS with an 18. You can swap out the tracking speed for an optimal range to be able to push it out to 22. That's not nothing. You want to try to keep Conflag in because it's the most DPS. You can use Scorch, but and without this, if I turn this off, you are going to be going to 39. You're going to see one of the waves we needed to equip Scorch and to put back on a tracking speed just to be able to hit things. But this is where, like, when you are doing this enough, you're going to get a feel for how the sights are. Oh, that's a Scorch track speed wave. Oh, that's a Conflag optimal range wave. Please save me. I am sick today. I will not apologize. Optimal range wave. Please send help. Thank you kindly. Okay, so the rigs are pretty self-explanatory. We're going to have a nano pump. Collision accelerator is going to help your good old-fashioned damage modifier. Consider having an optimal range modifier in here as well. It is the range, yes. Instead of doing the energy collision accelerator, you can have the locus coordinator. Locus coordinator is going to help you to get the good old-fashioned optimal ranges, correct? So consider that if you are improbs hitting stuff, if your skills aren't very high, ours are up to 4 and 5. Consider the locus coordinator instead of the energy collision accelerator. So this ship is going to do Tetrimon bases quite well, and you're going to make decent ISK per hour. And even though the cost of this is about 800 million ISK, you can make some decent ISK. Let me show you how inside of space right now. Let's go check it out. A Crimson Harvest Tetrimon base coming in on the Legion. Let's see if we can do this. We're going to be starting with the bigger stuff immediately, taking a ton of damage from these crucifiers. We're just going to start. Can I split damage, or should I? I'm going to split damage on these frigates. I think that's a good idea. Let's turn on our spinny bit. Let's just see about that. No afterburner here, chat. No afterburner. Yeah, let's just keep on hitting those. And then we will be going for the Omen right now. How much does this have now, chat? Oh, look at that. A lot of damage coming in off these guys. A lot of damage coming in. I don't know if we're going to be able to survive this. I can tell you that right now. We'll have to see, chat. We'll have to see. This Omen is doing a crap ton of damage. And we're at half armor already. Nasty, nasty stuff. And we have to keep hitting him. We have to. Penetrating shot, he's at half. I could overheat. What damage profile does the Omen do? And look, they're doing a bunch of stuff. It does EM and thermal. How intriguing. Let's just quickly kill this guy off. And the destroyers too, doing a lot of damage to us, chat. The destroyers. And you know what I don't have? I don't have an MTU. Let's go back out of here and let's go get an MTU. Let's go get one. So let's do this. I think this is definitely going to be a double active. Conflag ammo. Use Conflag. But Scorch does more. Why would I use Conflag? Am I just wrong? This is why you know I'm not a laser boy, chat. If I simulate this and I go to Conflag. Conflag is 700 DPS. I'm wrong. I'm incorrect. Chat. I don't know how to play EVE Online, apparently. We're going to head back to the station. We're going to go get an MTU super fast. Conflag does more. Now look, we're holding. We're holding at half my armor. So this might be a double rep kind of situation. That did open up. I want an MTU because a lot of these things they could give me bigger, badder stuff. So it's super quick. Let's just head back and get an MTU. This might be a double active kind of thing coming in. So they're going to nuke you to death. Yeah, probably. This fit was given to me as a test. We're going to see, chat. I might not make... This is a test. If this doesn't work, what I'm going to do before tomorrow's stream is I'm going to go back to Jeddah at some point somehow, and I'm going to go get a couple T3 cruisers so we can test. So test already failed. It might have. Yeah. I could overheat these. a ton. It might have failed, yes. MTU not worth it for the event sites? I don't know. It might be. It might be. I've gotten some decent stuff out of them in the past. So I've gotten some rarer drops out of them. Task failed successfully. Yeah, that was a nice way of showing that I don't think this is it. Now I know that this Legion can do it, but maybe it's not this exact fit. So there it is. Boom. For the community, my man gave us a Legion to test. Sick. The Proteus vid is out. Yes, Proteus vid is out. Okay, let's claim this reward for the Tetrimon stuffs. Tetrimon ships destroyed. Yeah, Proteus vid is out for sure. Let's make sure our spinny bits are on. What kind of skin do we have here? Halcyon Dawn sounds good to me. Spinny bits, we are very stable, so we can just leave this on. Sounds good to me. Okay, we got our MTU. We're going to keep descanning. We're going for the Tetrimon base. Yo, nice. Hey. Loki skin for the community. We're going to give that to the people. Don't you worry. Unless you want me to use it. If you want me to use it, cool. If not, then I will give it to the community. Let's leave those there because it's just not going to be worth the time investment. And let's get ready to activate this. So no afterburner. So let me kind of think about how I would do this. It all comes down to the subsystems. Every time. Every time. Energy warfare, cap usage, that's what we want. We want that one to stay there. Covert reconfiguration. I got to tell you, I don't think this one is it. It's got to be the nanobot injector. I think I did the same thing with my Proteus. And I almost guarantee you it's the nanobot injector because we do get another mid. We do lose the covert ops thing, but who cares? That's fine. That's fine with me. Lots of newts in the next room. Yep, and if we die, chat. Oh my god, we lose a lot of lows, though. Oh, never mind. We're good. Sad. Scary. Yeah, I think what this is missing, we take this one out. Yeah, let's focus up here because I am about to die. I think we might be eating the sweet embrace of death here in just a moment. Let me drop the MTU and let's orbit this guy. Let's lock this one up first. Immediately getting that stuff going. I'm just going to overheat these before I do anything else and just keep hitting this guy. It's out to 18, but do I miss? I miss you completely. Let's go to Scorch, and let's just immediately hit this, and let's get ready to overheat this guy. MTU, let's orbit this MTU at like 25. Hit that man's, and then we go for this guy right here. Yeah, let's just overheat these super fast. Poking the Oracle out at 18. Oh, you know what I should have done? You know what I should have done, chat? I should have kept my con flag out because they do more damage to these oracles, and I should have put on optimal range instead. So maybe we try that. Let's see if I can do that. Let's stop these. Let's go back to con flag. Back to con flag. And look, he's a little bit closer now too. So I might be able to poke him with this. Boop. Yeah, with an 18. Let's go to optimal. And come on, don't break my computer now. My entire computer is breaking as we speak, chat. Good to go. Let's web that one. Easy peasy. I'm actually doing better in this room than I thought. Keeping our transversal up. We are scrammed. Yeah, so much more damage coming in from these. Let's put this back, the tracking speed. So in between the rooms, you do want to make sure that you swap to like optimal range just in case. And we can probably move this damage around, splitting this up. Yeah, that's definitely going to do it for sure. We don't have drones, do we? They eat our drones anyway, so it doesn't matter. Good. So far, so good. So far, so good. Okay. All right. Looking better than I thought it was going to be direct. Looking better than what I thought it was going to be. The single web is good. I will ideate this fit a little bit more for sure. Okay, we're not done yet. This didn't open yet. Okay, boom. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Any more of those. So what I'll do, and here they come, right, is we'll get ready to switch to optimal range. That's how these guys will start warping in all over the place. Yeah, see, there's the omens do damage, chat. The omens do damage. Yeah, we'll swap this to optimal range immediately. Let's go right for these omens and get ready to overheat stuff. How much is this going towards? 17 still? Still not enough, even with the optimal range script. Crazy. I'm going to attempt to hit this guy with it. Let's just good. They got just within range. I'm remembering how this stuff works. You want to hit the omens first because they just do all the damage. Within 10k for this, sure. And then, ooh, there's a curse. Yeah, let's get that one next, chat, because that newt is going to absolutely eviscerate all that I am. all that I am. And then we can turn this off again, and we can go back to tracking speed to get some extra damage on, because these go within 14. That's where the curse is. Sounds good. Yo, the Omen's getting webbed. This is doing better than I thought it was going to do. Very nice. Very nice. I think we can make this fit better, but this is working for us so far. What's going to be very intriguing is the battleship in the final room. It's going to be very intriguing if we can actually get this to work for a battle ship in the final room. Okay. So can't web anything, is just outside of our range. I would put a faction web on this for sure, or a target painter. If you're going to, if you have a, my thinking with webs and target painters are, if you're going to fit it and you see the site is not letting you use it. Like right now, I can't use the web. This should be a faction web for sure. This should be a faction web. So we're gonna take this and we're going to use it in our guide video. We're gonna edit the fit to show people what's up. So can you do a Tetrimon base with a Legion? The short answer is yes. Not up yet. Not up yet. Let's keep orbiting this guy. Let's set your default orbit to 2250. That sounds fine. Good. We got some destroyers coming in. Excellent. Let's turn this off in case we need to go to optimal range. Oracle coming in, chat. Let's overheat some stuff. Oracle is the big boy. Oracle is the big boy. Let's see if we can just hit this really quick. Just very quickly poke him and get it done. Let's go to optimal range and hit this guy. Once this heretic is dead, we're going to try to hit the Omen first, actually, because the Omen is right there. The Oracle is still outside of our optimal range. 22. We're going to hit the Omen. We're going to keep the optimal range on for now, just because Oracle does a lot of damage. The heating at proper times is doing it. For sure. I wish the Oracle got a little bit closer. Maybe we should have put Conflag on instead. So you can do this with a Marauder. That's what we recommend you do it in. But I also want to show you the ability to do it with T3 cruisers. Because T3 cruisers, when you go into a wormhole like I am now, you should be able to go do these sites. And a NOS. Yeah, maybe a NOS for sure. Yeah. Maybe. I don't love the NOSes, but you know, it is what it is. If this Oracle dies, we're good to go. We've kind of stabilized off of the initial. Now we're just good to go. Let's just pick one of these Crusaders and just web them to stop them in their tracks. Once this Oracle is dead, then we will continue forward. Good. Let's turn this off. Excellent. Hit this guy. Hit this guy. We go back to tracking speed. Easy peasy. So overheating at the proper time. 10% damage. Pretty good. We can make this fit better. So a faction web, definitely going to be needed. Definitely going to be needed. I don't think we need to do the covert configuration. I think the nanobot injector is going to be it. Let's start getting close to this guy. You can see that the gate opened. Let's navigate close to our MTU. Looks good. And in between sites, let's see if we can repair our stuff coming in. So we get a little, I like doing this a little bit because I've gotten rare drops from doing this sometimes. Let's use a bit of our paste. Do I have any paste on me? Chat, I am bring paste. Chat. Oh, I also don't have the hard shell on. Let's consume that puppy. I didn't bring paste because I am not great at EVE Online. So we'll have to make sure that you bring paste, ladies and gentlemen. Very important that you bring the paste. Okay, let's head to this. No afterburner is tough. No afterburner is tough. Any good fits for a rattle? Yes, but none I can show you right now. So faction web necessary. Covert reconfiguration is one of those things that you can do if you're solo boxing. The covert reconfiguration is what you should do. But if you're not solo boxing, if you're dual boxing, I would fit a nanobot injector in this instead. Liquid crystal is the lasers. Yep, sounds good. What's this one? Afterburner velocity micro warp drive. Now this might seem like, why the hell did you do that? Because they might not have been able to have the proper mid slots. Agility velocity. If I put this one in here instead, see, we lose a mid. We gain a low. Not great. A lot of times with T3 cruisers. Excuse me, champ. A lot of times with T3 cruisers, what happens is you have to use a module that doesn't really make sense, but is something you can use to get in more mid slots. So if we get another mid with the nanobot injector, we can put an afterburner on this for sure. For sure. So, the hell was that, chat? What was that? The hell was that? Like a black box coming in? Okay, so as always, we will Mitu. We will orbit it, and we will begin locking up the oracles. We will stop this, turn this on. We will lock up the omens, and the oracles, baby, are going to be first. Yes, sir. Oracle is first, then we're going to do the omens, and then the heretics. Sounds good. If you can get some easy shots on the heretics, do it. Other than that, make sure you're prioritizing the omens. Is my game sound on? It is. It's just very quiet. Okay, sure. Sounds good. Yeah, we take these guys out. Crucifier can be a problem. Omen is definitely next, always. Crucifier will be after the omen, just because it's doing a lot of E-ward to us and stopping me from doing terrible things. Smashing it. Once the Oracle dies, I think we'll be okay. You see that we're not really stable right now, but we'll be able to get there. So look at the difference that the hard shell does. Agency hard shell was able to do a lot of work for us. Let's see if we can kill this Crucifier just because it's so easy. If there's the one Crucifier, look how fast that was. You can just pop the single Crucifier. I know we're at half health, chat, but I'm still pretty confident with this. We can definitely edit this fit to be a little bit more tanky. We have the damage. I think that's what we're going to do. So you can mine those rocks, FYI. No way. Oh my God, you can. What are these for? What is this for? I have no idea what that's for. No idea. It didn't rattle. Pretty easy. Chronos much better. Yeah, we have our polarized Chronos is going to be your best bet for these for sure. Awesome. Okay, got some good target painting. So we can out heal and out tank some of this stuff. We didn't have to overheat that time because we had the good old fashioned hard shell. We're back to full. Okay. Nothing too crazy, chat. Nothing too crazy. The big question mark. Oh my God, I didn't have my tracking speed on. Really? The big question mark is going to be the battleship. I didn't have my tracking speed on, chat. Oof. Let's see if we're going to have to kill those double oracle spawn coming in. Let's just preemptively start doing this. And look, some of these oracles are too far from us for sure. So let's take out that one. Let's take out the Crucifier first. Then we're going to be going for the oracles and the omens. Just to do it, let's go right back to optimal range. And then let's hit this Crucifier. Let's turn this on. We'll hit the Crucifier just because it was very quickly going to be able to do that good. And I can actually hit this omen. I can't even hit the oracles yet. So let's just turn this off again. And we can stop overheating this, I think. Let's go towards track speed. Just to, balancing the tracking speed versus everything else is the whole name of the game, chat. The whole name of the game. These oracles are just not really doing a ton of damage to us right now for some reason. So I'm gonna start heading towards them actually. Let's turn this off and let's go with Conflag, or excuse me, Scorch. Let's go with Scorch. Let's start hitting these nerds. 39, good, good, excellent. We don't need to do anything else. Let's turn on the tracking speed. If they're too far, just swap to the correct ammo. Because you can use, I'm lagging again, chat. I don't know what's going on with my computer right now. I'm lagging. I hope the live stream is good. Let me turn off my Chrome tabs. My goodness. All of the Chrome tabs, ladies and gentlemen. All of the Chrome tabs. Turn them all off. Dropping frames like crazy. Yep, I see it. I see it, chat. I see it, chat. Don't you worry. Let's get rid of this. Sounds good. Anything else we don't need, turn it the heck off. Good. Okay, good. Okay, just editing the stream live, chat. Editing the stream live, okay. We're still able to hit this Oracle with our Scorch, longer range, 39. We can always swap this to optimal range if it gets out of range. So far, so good. So far, so good. This fit can do the Crimson Harvest Tetrimon sites. We're going to edit a little bit when we do our guide so I can show you what I would do to make this a little bit better, I think. So, you know. I agree, Squalf. A lot of DCs. This Oracle isn't hitting me for some reason. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know why. He's grazing me. There must be, maybe when they get close, they start doing more damage, perhaps. Perhaps. So let's turn this off really, really quick as this thing ends. Because there it goes. And we're going to swap back to Conflag, baby. We're going to swap back to the good stuff. And here we go. Got some more of that. How we doing in our MTU? We're orbiting that at a solid amount. Good to go. Once the good old-fashioned battleship, and there it is, chat. There it is. Let's get within range of this guy. Get within range of this guy. Keep him at range. We're going to try to orbit him at 2,500. Turn on this stuff. He's a battleship, so he's going to take damage even if we're not inside of our correct range. And this is really the entire thing, chat. This is all the marbles. This is where we see if we're going to be able to out-tank this. We're going to orbit him pretty close. Try to get under his guns. We have tracking speed on our spinny bits. Everything's on. No need to overheat. Looks like we're going to be able to take out the battleship in a Legion. Look at that. Look at that, chat. Tetrimon base with a Legion. We are in wormhole space. You can do things with your Legion. We do have a video on our Proteus as well, and on our, of course, our Kronos. This video is not as fast as the Kronos, obviously, but it does work. Scorch for the win. Yes, yes. Scorch being able to swap quickly to a long range ammo was very good. Very good. So pretty sick. We are going to be able to kill this. We're just orbiting him now. He's barely doing any damage to me. No problems, no worries. Our spinny bits are on. Everything is working. We will head back to the MTU in just a moment and see what kind of loot this Tetrimon commander has given us. Well done, everybody. Well done. So that took a little bit longer than if you're in a Marauder, but here's the difference, and here's why you want to think about using a T3 cruiser for this. You can go into wormhole space, which, as you know, is one of my favorite areas. You can find other combat opportunities in content opportunities, not just combat opportunities, in wormhole space. You can find things like data sites. You can find things like gas mining. You can go into wormhole space and scan them down with this ship and go make 15 million ISK. We got a nice Radiance booster. Rameel skin, very cool. This is the Crimson Harvest is one of the best ways to make ISK in EVE Online, ladies and gentlemen. It's a lot of fun. We did just get to do it. So is this worth it? The short answer is yes. This is definitely worth it. You can do with the Legion. You're going to see the bits in the combat section be a bit different when we actually feature the fits. The updated fit will be in the description for you. And if you want more Crimson Harvest guides, that's this playlist right here. We cover all the Crimson Harvest. If you're new, if you're an alpha, if you are a Max Scaled Omega, check it out. And sub right here for the best EVE guides. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks very much.